Hello and welcome to today's webinar, CRM 101 for Manufacturers. My name is Andy Cluck and I'll be your host today. I'm on the marketing team here at Ledgeview Partners. I'm really excited to be a part of today's session. We have a lot to cover, including the new CRM for Manufacturing on Salesforce platform. So before I introduce today's presenters, I just have a couple housekeeping items to cover quickly. First, today's webinar is being recorded and will be available on demand after the live session. All registered attendees will receive an email this afternoon with an access link to that. To ensure the best audio quality for all our attendees, we have everyone on listen-only mode. If you have a question, please submit those in the question pane of your GoToWebinar control panel. We will address as many questions as we can at the end. If time does not permit, we will follow up offline. That's our promise to you. Okay, I'm sure I've eaten up more time than our presenters wanted me to today. I'm pleased to introduce today's speakers. We have both Jolinda Precop, our sales manager, and Kevin Brown, who is the CRM for Manufacturing specialist here. Jolinda will get things started for us. So without further ado, Jolinda, thanks for joining us to talk CRM 101 for Manufacturing.
Great. Thanks, Andy. Welcome, everyone. Ledgeview Partners has been working with manufacturers across the United States for more than 8 years, implementing Microsoft Dynamics CRM and Salesforce.com. During that time, we've had frequent requests for capabilities that are not part of the core out-of-the-box CRM solutions. While large manufacturers may have the budget to customize a CRM system to meet their exact requirements, small and medium manufacturers may prefer a total solution with a fixed cost. Today we'll be covering the following topics and also taking a look at what these solutions look like. When you registered for this session, you were asked what CRM system you're using today. Many of you attending today are not using a CRM solution at all or are using something you're not really all that thrilled about. Our agenda is a logical process of understanding what CRM is, how you go about selecting a solution, and then how do you go about successfully implementing a CRM solution. Then we'll take a look at Dynamics CRM for Manufacturing and Salesforce for Manufacturing to show some cool things we've done with our manufacturing solution. So we don't have a lot of time and we have a lot of information to cover, so let's get going. What is CRM? At a very basic level, it is relationship management. Think about all the external relationships you have: customers, prospects, vendors, suppliers, competitors, just to name a few. CRM enables you to track relationships that multiple people within your company communicate with. Today, that probably means everyone having these people in their own Outlook contacts with no sharing of information. CRM is software. That software can be available in the cloud or it can be purchased to run on your own internal hardware. Today, the goal of CRM systems is really to help align sales, marketing, and customer service to create a more meaningful and profitable relationship with your customers, while also driving more business from new customers. Consistent and targeted marketing drives value in the sales process, and having a 360-degree view of a customer enables sales to be more strategic in their discussions. Why might I need CRM? We've called out a few specific items here. Today, many sales teams still have little access to information to guide their sales process. CRM will put data at their fingertips anytime, anywhere, making them more efficient. Accounting systems or ERP systems, back office financial systems, actually have lots of useful information for salespeople. By sharing some of this information with the sales team to give them a look at past buying history, for example, they are better prepared to upsell or cross-sell and have much more meaningful discussions. That transparency not only helps sales, but also sales management to set and measure goals based on historical information. It also provides marketing with data helpful in developing targeted marketing messages. Consistency helps your current sales team follow defined processes and also makes it much easier for training new members of a sales team. And those new sales reps will appreciate having the account history available to them for any new accounts turned over to them. Sales managers and executives appreciate the ability to monitor trends and track pipeline to make better business decisions. Something to think about during today's presentation are what are your success factors and reasons for CRM? Here are some of the common challenges we've heard from other manufacturers. As you listen and view today's presentation, start thinking about what your own specific reasons or objectives are for a CRM system. So you've decided you want CRM. Now what? What are your choices? Some industries don't have industry-specific CRM solutions. And in those cases, a vanilla system can provide a lot of robust features. It also gives you exactly what you want. However, this can be costly to take these vanilla systems and make it more configurable and suited for your specific industry requirements. Another option is to get an industry-ready solution. These are already customized CRM solutions to meet the needs of an industry. That's what LedgeView has done. We took Dynamics CRM and Salesforce and built a solution within these products that contains many of the common features our manufacturing customers have wanted in a CRM solution. Once you have the financial commitment, some of the other things to consider are what people within the company will need and the resources you're going to need to be a part of this entire CRM solution. Using an industry solution can require less time commitment by your team in the CRM project. It also is better for overall budget planning because you have a very defined commitment on what the financial investment is going to be. Lastly, it's important to have a partner that understands your specific industry needs and has a proven commitment to your industry. That partner experience will help guide you through a successful project. In addition to standard out-of-the-box CRM capabilities, there are many additional features available in our industry solution. In many cases, these additional features are intended to provide more information to the sales team to improve their selling abilities. We also know that manufacturing sales processes involve many parties within your organization, and that coordinating all the activities and tasks within a single system can offer significant productivity gains. Features such as brand analysis and order history analysis help a sales rep when meeting with a customer. Sample and trial tracking as part of the sales process help coordinate R&D and engineering tasks to ensure the opportunities keep moving forward. Mobile access and territory management are helpful tools to help sales in their planning and real-time access to information anytime, anywhere. We'll take a look at some of these in our presentation today. We're going to begin in Dynamics CRM showing the following scenarios, and then take a look at Salesforce to show how each of these products work. We'll start with a 360-degree view of an account. This might be the type of information a sales rep needs to review prior to meeting with a customer or prospect. The opportunity sales process shows how we've brought samples and trials into the process to pull various departments together. Then we'll finish up with a review of some analysis tools to visualize various sales metrics. After Kevin walks us through Dynamics CRM, we'll then take a quick look at some of these same features in Salesforce. So with that, I'd like to turn this over to Kevin, and he's going to start stepping us through Dynamics CRM.
Thank you, Jalinda, and thank you for everyone in attendance today on our webinar. It is greatly appreciated. From a sales perspective and Dynamics CRM, we're going to look at a better food company. And there's a lot of information that's going to be available here, and I want to just do a brief overview of an account record. So if I'm going to visit a better food company today, I want to take a look at some basic information as it relates to my account record. Here we have the basic account information, the company name, the account type, they're a customer of ours, so we've got their account number. We know that they are a subsidiary of a parent account the Kroger company. And what's nice with Dynamics CRM is we have this hierarchy that is developed when we set up those parent accounts, and we can see what that branching looks like from the corporate office to the affiliate locations and even subsidiary locations underneath particular subsidiaries. So it's a nice way to visually take a look at what that hierarchy may be. To go back to a better food company, we could simply click on this little icon here to go back to that record, but I did leave it open here. So a very nice way to take a look at that parent-child relationship. We have our contact information, address information, and we have our activity summary. So here we have for this account really how many open opportunities we have, what that estimated revenue is, cases or trouble tickets that may have been open, even last activity date and their last invoice date. But because this is an affiliate or subsidiary location, we also have that overall account hierarchy available to us. Now, I mentioned I'm going to have to go visit a Better Food Company, and I know this because under my sales calls, we have an account review and upsell opportunity activity scheduled for today with a Better Food Corporation. So now I'm going through my review, and I want to make certain that I have a valuable conversation with our client before going out there. So this gives me the opportunity to have that. We know Susan Burke is my primary contact here at a Better Food Company who I will be meeting with. Now, while this is great information, through our navigation pane, we can get some additional information that's very valuable as well. And in our demo environment, we have our brands sold and other products that are used. And simply by clicking on this link, it automatically jumps us to our brands sold. And what's beautiful with this is I can take a look at this view by the sold to, billed to, or shipped to. I can also include the roll-up of any child invoices for this record. But as you can see here, we've sold this LV brand back in January. And as we scroll down, we have some other brands that they've recently purchased from us as well. Now, this gives me the ability to understand what they've been doing with us, but as you can see, there are also other brands that they are not buying from us that I may want to recommend on my visit today. In addition to that, we can see other products that are used, and we have Crown Royal listed over here, and what they're buying, how much they're buying, and who they are buying it from. Where this is really powerful is, from my perspective, it's always easier to sell to an existing customer than to go find a new customer. And I may have a brand that's comparable to Crown Royal that I can sell to our customer. The next piece I'd like to show is our invoice history dashboard. Jolinda mentioned earlier about surfacing data for our sales folks that is in our back office, our ERP, our accounting system. With Dynamics CRM and the manufacturing product, you have a back office agnostic integration capability with our product to surface that data within CRM. And when that integration is completed, now our sales staff has a full accounting of what is happening. In this case, their invoice history. And really, I'm showing in volume, but revenue and gross profit would be the same. And here we have the invoice history by rolling 12 months, and we can see what that volume has been, as well as year-to-date current versus prior year volume. Now, that's great, but if we scroll down here a little bit, now we can take a look at the invoice history by brand and what they've been doing. And again, we have our brands down here along the bottom, but then we've got the volume, current versus prior, and year-to-date, current versus prior. So very powerful information from a sales perspective, so I can see exactly what they've been buying from us, what brands we can recommend, what they have been buying, and what our competitor offerings have been as well. Now from there, what I'd like to do is move into an opportunity, because what we want to talk to Susan about is potential new products going into our customers. Now here we have, they need some better pricing and pay for less expensive product. So that's just my opportunity, my sales deal. And I can see I want to have this closed here in about a week and a half, and what our estimated revenue is on this particular opportunity. Now, what's really nice with our product is we have this business process flow, and this comes out of the box with CRM. So it lets me know that I'm in the third stage, so hopefully one more stage and I get this closed one deal. But it lets me know I have a couple steps I need to complete before moving from stage 3 into stage 4. As we scroll down here, we've got some basic opportunity information. We have our activity feed letting me know what activities are due and what has been completed. Some account details. As we scroll down here, we have our potential items that we're selling on this opportunity, some craft beer and whatnot. As we scroll down, we have our sample request and trial request. And this is really important. With some manufacturers, we have to provide our prospect or our customer with a sample of that particular item, or even potentially invest a little money and run a trial. And in doing that, I do want to take a moment to step away from the opportunity and talk about the samples and trials. There is an entity for samples that are related to either a lead or an opportunity. And like on our opportunity record, we have that business process flow, so we're very early on preparing that sample request, and then it'll move into an approval process and a final obtainment of that approval. And we're just basically capturing basic information as to our sold to, shipped to, shipping information and address. As we scroll down here, we can see the type of samples that we're going to be sending out to them. And what's really nice with this, if there's any accompanying literature that would need to go with any of these particular samples. In this case, ale ingredient sheet that would go with this particular sample pack. So all of our information's there. Really all we need to do is request that approval and finally get that approval before we send that sample out. So very much the same are our trials. However, a trial is where we're probably investing some money, maybe a new line, something of that nature. And again, we have that business process flow like we have on that opportunity and sample request. We've got the opportunity information and who it's going to, when they're requesting that to be shipped out, as well as our trial information regarding the product and packaging. So it's a very nice way to be able to manage not only samples but trials as they relate back to that particular opportunity. So we can see what we are doing to move this opportunity from stage to stage to stage. Now what's beautiful, and I mentioned this just a moment ago, is our activity feed here. You know, when it comes to activities, really any of our engagements, whether it's a phone call, sales call, an appointment, or even emails, we are able to keep track of all of that communication as it relates to our customers. In this case, I just sent off an email to Yvonne indicating, hopefully everything is well. Do you have any feedback for me on those samples I sent off to you? So it gives me that full communication history as well to stay appropriately engaged and have a full accounting of what's going on with our particular customers. Now what I'd like to do, because I'm working so hard on prepping for this meeting, I want to kind of take a look at where am I pacing toward goal? How am I doing those sorts of things? So we've developed some great dashboards within Dynamics CRM, and here's a salesperson's sales goals and how we're pacing toward our goals. Each of these little dots here represent a quarterly goal. When we hover over the bar itself, it gives me what my actual goal is versus what my quarterly goal is. And that's by sales rep. So as a sales manager, you can stack rank, as you see here, each of your sales reps. Now, while that's great to see how your sales reps are doing stack ranked against one another, with one click, I can drill into Kevin's information and see specifically where he is selling into. In this case, we've got direct sales, distributor sales, and then inside sales. And Kevin's been doing a great job in direct sales as well as distributor sales. And like earlier, we have our actual versus our quarterly goals listed there. So very nice information to be displayed here, and really all of this information comes to life with that back office integration, surfacing that data within CRM for you to have that graphical view of what is happening. And your salesperson has access to this information as well. If we want to go back to look at another salesperson, it's as simple as clicking the back button, and now we can take a look at each of our other sales reps. Very powerful information. The next dashboard I'd like to look at as a salesperson is really how am I doing from an opportunity standpoint. Now, this is an opportunity view by revenue, but again, you can view this in volume or units, whatever the case may be for your particular organization. And here we have a dashboard component looking at opportunities by department for revenue. So how we're doing in contract sales, direct sales, so on and so forth. And each of these departments are customized to meet your specific business need. So this isn't what's available out of the box. That's going to be customized for you. We have a stack ranking of our agents. Everyone loves sales pipelines. Here's our sales pipeline, and it gives that full drill down capability like I was showing on the scorecard as well. So you could drill into this pipeline to take a look at how we're doing by stage. And then finally, these last three components here, top open opportunities, our win opportunities over the last 12 months based on actual revenue, and this is broken down by department, and then over the rolling 12 months. And broken down month over month. So again, several different ways that the data within CRM that's being captured can be displayed. This is with data in CRM. The previous dashboard was that integration with your back office solution. Now finally, I want to show our territory management solution. The territory management solution was developed because we heard feedback from customers of our road warriors, our outside sales staff, that go visit one customer or one prospect or maybe visit a lead, and that's a one visit for the day. And how can we make better time or better use of our time throughout the day? Well, with our territory management solution, it is as simple as selecting what you want to search for. In this case, I'm going to visit a better food company, and I'm going to visit them this afternoon, but who could I have visited on that trip there, maybe while I'm driving there, or maybe on the drive back after our appointment with a Better Food Corporation. And I want to take a look at all my accounts and leads. And because this is demo data, I did a 500-mile radius, and there's a Better Food company. Here they're listed on my map, and right here is their contact information. But what's really nice is now I have a representation of who else I could have visited. Our green pins are our customers, red are our prospects, blue are our leads. So it gives me the ability to work smarter versus harder. So if I'm driving to a Better Food Corporation, maybe I want to stop here at Coho Wine and then go over to a Better Food Corporation. This gives me the ability to know who I can visit and make the most out of my travel time. So with that, what I would like to do is say thank you very much. I'm going to change presentation over to Jalinda, who is going to review Salesforce with you. So again, thank you very much, and Jalinda, turn things over to you.
All right, very good. Thanks, Kevin. And Kevin, can I confirm that you are seeing my screen?
I am. Thank you.
Okay, great. So our scenario in Salesforce is going to be similar to what you just saw, so you have some comparison. I'm going to give you a look at some of the core differences between CRM and Salesforce. You're going to see that just in the overall look and feel of these products. I probably won't go into as much detail as Kevin did because you've seen some of the capabilities already, but there'll be a few things that I want to highlight. So we're going to be using Twin Liquors as our primary account, and we're going to do that same kind of scenario. The sales rep, they want to get a good overview of what's going on prior to their quarterly sales call. So we're going to highlight a few things in our 360-degree view of our customer. Here we can see that we have all that high-level information, similar to what Kevin had pointed out earlier. We're tracking the account number. That's our link to our back-end financial system. We also have the summary of activities that shows how the related hierarchy, if you've got that parent-child relationship, how all of that information rolls up into this view. And to see a hierarchy, a little different, again, with Salesforce, we have a lot of similar capabilities, but different looks at the same information. So this gives us an idea of where Twin Liquors falls in the hierarchy of the overall structure. Okay, And again, that's set up by this parent-child relationship that we have here on the account. Where I'm going to spend some time, and this is a little bit different than what you saw with Dynamics, is in this navigation area. What I really love about Salesforce is that by simply hovering over specific areas, you're presented with a current list of information. And it actually gives you enough information that oftentimes you don't even need to go into the record itself. So in this case, I can see that I have a sales call that's going to be taking place later today. I need to determine why we've lost some market share on some brands but gained in others. So I get that quick view. It's reminding me what it is that I want to be doing, what the purpose of that call is. Kind of walk across some of the other areas here. So we all know that contact management is one of the biggest challenges. Not only can I view what's in here, but I can, in any of these little drop downs, also create new records directly from this. So as I'm finding out, are there other people I should be talking to that maybe have responsibility for other brands or products, I want to make sure that I quickly get those contacts entered in here. I want to take a look at that sales history, right? What is it that they've bought from us? So in these initial views, I usually get no more than about 5 records, but if I wanted to take a look at the entire list, it's just a click away. And so from here, I can see that invoice history. What have they ordered? What's the quantities? And from this, I can start getting some idea of what the overall trends have been. And it'll give me, again, a better idea of how I want to be positioning my conversation with them. So we're going to take a little closer look at the opportunities. Here I can see that I have 4 current opportunities I'm working on with them, but the one I really want to spend some time talking with them about is this area of interest in new wines that they have with us. Once I'm in the opportunity, I can get a better overview of where this opportunity is in the sales process. I can see that right now I have 3 specific products I'm positioning with Twin Liquors. I can also see that we're preparing to send out a sample request later this week. So again, just by kind of moving around in this navigation, I can see what it is. I have a ship date scheduled of February 12th. And I also see that I do have a trial request that is in here for Crown Royal. All right, so I know that, oftentimes demo data doesn't make a lot of sense, but what we're trying to do is just give you a good idea of what is possible and how that information is actually visualized here for, again, the ease of use of that sales rep. Looking at my activities on this opportunity, I can see what has already been completed. The open activities is in a separate view. This will also show me, and actually from this history, I can even schedule log a call here or send an email. So again, you've got the email integration to be able to show you not only your tasks, but the email communications that you have going on with your contacts as well. And the last thing I wanted to take a look at is the sales stage. So in Dynamics CRM, we have that sales process. Within Salesforce, especially in this version, the Lightning version has a little different experience, but in their classic version, we have this stage history that is presented to people. And in that sales history, you're able to see really a good overview of everything that has happened in this opportunity. This is really a great feature. It shows you not only when did you step to the next stages, but all the changes that took place within each stage. Really very, very valuable to not only the salesperson, but anyone else that is looking at this information as well. So now that I've prepared for my sales call, I'm going to move on with my day and review my overall pipeline. Dashboards are a great way to do that. One of the dashboards that Kevin had talked about in Dynamics CRM was that revenue overview. So this is a similar view of that same information from within Salesforce. And again, that funnel kind of information that we looked at, we can drill into any of these charts that are presented and be presented with the details around the specific areas that make up the data behind the charts that are being displayed. So these dashboards can be very useful in this case, probably a sales manager, someone that would be looking at this, or maybe a VP of sales or an executive. But these dashboards can be done very specific to an individual person as well, so that a salesperson, when they open this up, would be presented with just the things that they own that are relevant to them. And then lastly, I wanted to show you what that territory management looks like within Salesforce. This is very, very similar to what you saw within Dynamics CRM. I'm going to take a look at any accounts I can find that are within, let's just say a 50-mile radius of Twin Liquors. Because again, I want to be planning out my trip. Just going to zoom into this a little bit more. So I can see that Lectus Corporation is extremely close to Twin Liquors. So I'm going to want to at least make a phone call and see if I can go ahead and get an appointment scheduled around the same time I'm meeting with Twin Liquors. So I know that that was a very quick overview of Salesforce, but again, the capabilities that we've built into Dynamics CRM are very similar to the capabilities we've built into Salesforce. The look and feel are just very different because the products themselves are different in the overall user experience. All right, so let's wrap this up with what comes next in your CRM journey. So once you've now picked your CRM, how do you make it a success? What are some of the common things we see to every successful CRM project? First of all, there needs to be an executive that fully supports CRM and believes in the benefits to the company. After go live, you're just beginning your CRM path. Having a project champion who will own CRM is extremely important. New salespeople need to be trained. Existing sales reps will need ongoing training and support. The CRM project continues to evolve, and it's important that this champion stays current on the new features and benefits the company can gain from the new features that come out with releases of the product solution. This is going to require change within your organization. New processes can take time and require encouragement and reinforcement on a continuous basis. As you're going through that change, if your goal is to have one version of the truth, then it will be very important to have your systems integrated. Sharing historical sales data with the sales team to have at their fingertips anytime, anywhere can be a huge productivity gain. Here are a few other important points to consider for a successful CRM experience. User adoption is by far what we have found to be the hardest ongoing component to attain. And it becomes really this ongoing challenge you need to be aware of. Salespeople need to be held accountable and measured based on the information in CRM. That's really the only way they're going to be consistent. But the systems also need to be easy for the salespeople to use and not burdensome from a data entry perspective. Change is about to happen, which can be very difficult for people. And so we just need to continue to recognize that. And the ongoing training is very important, as well as having a way of determining who needs more training. You'll have some people that will completely embrace CRM and others that will challenge it every step of the way. You want to pick your battles and decide what's most important for you to have in your CRM system. A little bit about LedgeView. CRM is pretty much all we do. Our team of consultants are full-time employees with years of CRM experience. We bring that expertise into every project to help advise our customers on best practices for a successful project. We pride ourselves on our 98% customer retention. Because so many of our customers are manufacturers, we bring additional value in understanding your challenges and also relating the things that we've learned from our other customers to help give you some perspective. In addition to CRM for manufacturing, we also do vanilla Dynamics or Salesforce projects that can be uniquely configured for each customer if this solution doesn't fit your specific needs. For more information, please visit our website. There is so much information out there. We have a broad video library. We have numerous customer success stories. In general, it should give you a very good access to information about all things related to Dynamics CRM and Salesforce. So as we wrap up our presentation, please feel free to contact Kevin or myself with any questions. Kevin will be a great resource for you if you're interested in a closer look at either Dynamics CRM or Salesforce. That concludes our presentation. I'd like to thank all of you for your time today, and have a good day.